What up YouTube, it's Missouri's Company. In today's video, we're jumping into our Vigil of Blades recording so that we can actually showcase what happened in the fight and talk about sort of what's going on in our little drama of Shadow versus Immortal, because a lot of you seem to be responding well to this sort of commentary. So I figured we would keep it going. So let's get straight to it. We're going to share the screen. All right, boom. We are on it's actually our warband going up against one person for our fight. But then we actually jump into the rest of the fights where it's a little bit more fair, we could say. But shout out to our warband. Name is not a warband. Shout out to us. But yeah, so this one person here just, yeah, first kill on the goat. Let's go. Anyway, yeah, so we run through our fight pretty easily because it is only the one person. We were in what, in minute 3, so the second group, second stage, third group type thing. But yeah, so only the one person, we just pushed through it. Our fight's really quick, but I want to showcase the fight that we recorded the most because that fight was insane. Now, you can see that like I said, we win ours pretty quickly. I got 2 assists and 1 kill, so I was a part of all 3 of that individual's deaths. RIP. I'm sure that was not fun for him. Now, once again, I did run into some issues when I was recording this. Again, on my phone, FYI. Shout out to One True Jez for getting MVP. And Pirate Goat, well, you did what you had to do, my friend, and I apologize for that. All right, now we'll go into the other fights. And again, there was some bugs. I'll try to trim out some of the fat of this video if necessary. But yeah, this fight that I was recording was actually pretty insane. All right, so we go back in, try to go back in, can't do it. Totally bugged. Literally had to reset the game. So let's go ahead and jump. Okay, there we go. So we actually got into it there. So I couldn't enter because the match had already ended. Eventually, I figured this out. Let's go see if we can jump forward a little bit. All right, so this is where we're at. So, oh, yeah. So we're getting ready to look at it the right way now. So, and then click this. All of our matches have ended. So this is Puzzle Ring. You can see that there's one fight still going on. That's the one that I do watch, which is going to be the one that we watch right now. So this is Respect versus Puzzle in our Soul Siphon server. You can see that the Shadows are currently losing. They have down 1 tower and down now 3 kills, was 4 kills. So for all intents and purposes, the Immortals are winning because they've already taken a full tower over and they're damaging the second tower, or at least getting ready to damage the second tower, while the Shadows have done about half damage on their tower. Now this is where all the fighting. You can see we got some big winged people in here. Shout out to everyone in it. Kraken, especially. You'll see why here in a little bit later. But a lot of really good players on both sides. I try to capture as much of the action as I can, but as you can see, the action is all over. I don't know what I was doing here. Apparently I forgot to use my predictions. You should use your predictions, by the way. Don't do what I do. Do as I say, not as I do. But anyway, so you can see that even right now, the Immortals are still winning this push, but you're going to want to watch this to the very end because this is a just savage fight. So Kraken is probably by far the biggest individual in terms of resonance on the Shadow side. Now the Immortals are winning by 8 kills. Wow. Insane. Okay, Rind Rar is also very good. I did toggle my chat to the warband since they weren't talking too much, and I didn't want to show clan chat. So again, 10 kills now. Okay, so the Shadows did a little bit more damage to the turret, but then there's half health left on the last turret for the Shadows. So they are still getting their booties kicked for all intents and purposes. Still pushing, still doing damage. Now the Immortals should be getting ready to push back. Oh, my mint weekly report is ready. All right, and unfortunately I did click on Kraken as an individual and it kept me zoomed in like this, so the rest of the fight will be zoomed in, but I stayed very, very active as a cameraman and moved around a lot. And then you can do this cool support thing. Now you can see how fast I'm typing, or tapping rather, not typing, to get the full crest. So that was that. I forgot what they get actually. Does it show you? Yeah, okay, you see, you get some scrap material, so it's fine. So still up by 11 kills and now 2 turrets to none in terms of the Immortals. You can see all the other fights going on. I popped back over to BXS, which is our alliance. We won every single one of our fights, okay? Every single one of them. BXS, completely undefeated this round, 12-0 against the Immortals. Oh yeah. So now they're up by 13 kills and 2 towers to nothing. Kind of crazy. You can see Kraken is getting pretty big, and I'm bringing a lot of attention to Kraken because, well, he's a Kraken. But also notice that he's at 72 of those sigils. Now, if you don't know what those sigils are, he's at 80 now. They give you size, 1% size and 1% damage. So it's actually really, really important to monitor how many you have and how many the other team has. And that's where things start to get a little different. So you can see that and you can only stack up to, I think, 99, but he's at 85. So he is almost fully kitted out and stacked. He's been, I don't want to say passive, but not careless with his life up until this point. Their life. I don't know, male, female, I have no idea. So their life. Anyway, so you can see that there is, if you look at the map at the very top right, there is a push going on to their tower. So, and then there's also the fight going on. There you go. So that individual died trying to, look like knock down the tower. So now we're starting to get to some of the bigger fights. Kraken is now at 92 sigils and just destroying, doing a lot of very, very noticeable damage. He is a Crusader, in case you're curious. I don't have builds on anyone, but you can see that, again, Raptors are I know from playing against them in PvP, very, very good player. Seemingly obliterated at how big Kraken is. Kraken again takes down the other one. You can see that they were Rend was trying to run all the way back to the tower and do damage, which he did do. You can see that there was somebody hiding right there. He did retreat, and it looks like I missed it. But yeah, so they just got their first tower down, the Shadows did. So you can see the tide of battle starting to turn, and they were down 2 towers to none and down, what I say, 14 kills at one point. Pretty big margin. Now, again, the individuals on the Shadows were playing sort of the long game, and it'll be really interesting to see how this game plays out. So again, they are still up by 10, 12 kills, but the fight doesn't feel that way anymore because the sigils are not balanced between the two teams. So you can see the highest sigil count on the Immortals is like 15. Or there's 30. Okay, so the highest is 30. But then there's Kraken, top of the screen right there in the middle, 99. He is fully kitted out with full sigils, getting the 99 additional percent damage bonus, which is pretty crazy, and his size. So hard to lose him. So yeah, he's winning those fights for sure. I don't think he ever died up until this point, which is why he has so many. And honestly, the Immortals honestly, admittedly, I think took too long to realize just how big Kraken was. They needed to not try to fight as if it had been the whole time. Kraken is now a menace. He is they are an absolute menace. His damage cannot be undone or ignored, and because they're a Crusader, they're very tanky and can support the entire team. So the survivability alone from Kraken before the 99 stacks is already out of this world on top of their resonance. So you get all of these things put together, and Kraken is big. He's a big boy. So you can see that all of the Immortals are very, very low, and seemingly just having to full on retreat at this point. Yikes. Now the other Shadows, you can see that I didn't see the name there, but one of them is at 45 stacks. Frey is at 45 stacks. So other Shadows are now collecting more and more of the sigils, which is so critical. So between Frey and Kraken, they are just real big. Leon looks like he's at 0, and Slarby, S-L-A-R-B-Y, Slarby, is at 5, I think I saw. So Raptor is doing his absolute best, but again, the CC alone for Kraken and Frey is just pretty obnoxious, I'm not gonna lie. Lots of support going on for the Shadows. Look at that, over 1,000, 2-to-1 support for the Shadows compared to the Immortals. Now we are at a 10 kill deficit for the Shadows still, but both of the center crystals are now open. Now there is still more damage being done to the Shadow one compared to the Immortal, but you can see Salima is at 36 sigils, so finally getting a little bit more sigils. Now keep in mind, the death toll for losing at this point or dying this late in the game is pretty heavy. Like there's a lot of time that you lose, and there's so many sigils now on the ground for each individual death. You do lose half of your sigils each time you die. You can see Mio is just trying to tank and just do as much damage as they can. Again, kind of doing God's work at that point for the Shadows, just trying to just tickle away at the damage, which unfortunately didn't do a lot of. Shadows just still have more damage done to their crystal or their main hub. Good God, Kraken just deleted that person. Oh, the damage is insane. But you can notice, and again, I don't know Kraken, okay? I know that, I mean, he's obviously part of our alliance. They are part of our alliance as a shadow right now, but like, don't know them as an individual, not trying to like overly shout them out, but they were the biggest factor in this game. I mean, they were down to a huge deficit. Now we're down 7 kills. The Shadows are down 7 kills. And, oh, what's going on? Oh, Leon went down. Frey went down, but was able to escape with her gladiator. Their gladiator? Skill tree. I was trying to find where they went. She might still be up there, actually. Ooh, lots of damage coming out. Okay, Jojo Quinn goes down. There's Kraken walking up only with the statue. Really important to note that they did not even push alone like everyone else was. Waited till they had the statue to sort of take aggro off, and then allows the damage to happen, and then jumps on everyone else to allow their friends or their allies to move up. Now we're down 12 kills, but so much damage was just done to... Oh, Frey goes down. That's 70, you know, half of it. So what, 35 sigils that go to the Immortals. You got 63 there on what, Valhalla, I want to say their name was. See if it comes back down. Vala's at 60 something there. Soaps goes down. Oh, wait a minute. Do I know Mio? I don't know. All right, so you can see the fight is still going on. Massive fights going on here. There's Kraken being literally just an absolute menace. Looks like Kraken did die. He's at 64 stacks. Did not notice that the first time while I was recording this. Mercy though just locks in on the crystal and does again just God's work to finish the match. So GG to the Shadows. Huge win there. Come back from behind and just played the long game, got the power on their side. Kraken MVP. Again, hats off to them. Look at this. Hold on, let's pause it right here. So Kraken went 22-3-22 with a score of 33.3. That's absolutely insane. But you can see there's no slouches on either side. Both teams did very, very well. I mean, actually, if anything, they probably got out. I mean, the Immortals still outslayed them, but Kraken was just so hard to shut down. They were able to shut them down, but then what was it? Mercy at the very end there just focused in on the turret or the crystal, taking it for the team. Huge, super hyped to watch. Actually, I really enjoyed watching this one. I'm glad I found it. I don't think I found any other fights. I think this is when I ran into a bunch of issues. Actually, trying to, yeah, I had to reset my game, go back in. And I just canceled the recording. I was like, oh my, okay. So again, Puzzle, shout out to Puzzle, who did win their respect, or win against respect in the Exalted fight that we were watching. Super fun to watch. Shout out to everyone that took place in it. So the Immortals were Respect, Misfit Toys, and Support 3. The Shadows were Puzzle Ring, Perils of the Warp, and then BXS, the clan that I am in. Super intense fights all the way around. Really enjoyed recording and watching it, and shout out to, again, our alliance for overall prevailing. GG's all included. Shout out to everyone in the video, and obviously Kraken. Whew. Well named. Anyway, that's gonna do it for today's video, guys. I hope to see you in a video soon. Until next time, see you later.